Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, good evening, everybody. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. So wanted to pop in and do a quick market review and what I anticipate for tomorrow. Um, and let's go ahead and get in it because I know you don't like to keep on these for too long. Let's take a look at what happened today. So we're looking at a weekly chart. So we see on the weekly, remember this short-term low, we were aiming for this to get taken this week, and it did. We were aiming for these relative equal lows to get taken, and they did. We went into this buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency on the weekly level. We were still well above the equilibrium point on our range. So one thing that I want to let you know, though, is if this range continues in this down-ish area, which it certainly can, I think that this will leave a fair value gap up at the top here, which depending on how we trade the coming week, we'll see if it has the gusto to trade up there first. But having taken a monthly level, a key monthly level, I think that we are in for a little bit of maybe a little bit of chop in terms of what direction things are willing to go. There's lots of speakers tomorrow, so lots of landmines. So with that, be careful. So let's take a look down at the daily. All right, so this is the past week, right? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and now we're on Thursday. So we have a high of the week formed, and then maybe a low of the week on Wednesday. So one of these two is now going to be the high or low of the week. We just have to determine what price action is willing to do from here on out. So we did see that this is one this is a 2-day bearish order block that I would see. So I would like to see us return back to that on Thursday, and continue to reject downwards. That would be ideal. We see that there's some unfinished business all the way down to 14,429. So keeping an eye on that right now. Nothing else too major here. We did break below the past 2 days. We did break below a short-term low and well into this weekly volume imbalance, kind of like I had mentioned in the weekly analysis on Sunday, as well as the monthly, the big red line that you see there as well. So all those objectives got hit. I mean, that's all we were looking for this week, and we got it early. So with all the Fed members, and I'm going to pull this over so you know what I'm talking about. So on Thursday, lots of landmines there. If you're not done trading by unemployment claims, then you've got a FOMC member speaking at 9, pending home sales at 10, FOMC member at 11 or at 1, Fed Powell chair speaks at 4. So lots of potentially market moving manual intervention on this day. So I would recommend you tread lightly tomorrow, especially since we've taken a higher time frame area of liquidity. So yeah, that's what happened on on Wednesday, and we just traded downwards and regained everything pretty much and then some from where the day started. So let's take a look at the 60-minute, because there's some things I want to point out on this that I was paying attention to. Hopefully you were paying attention to them as well. Okay, so we want to see the last 2 days worth of these last 2 days of trading, because it's going to be important to see that. And I'm going to pull one more chart over here. So this is a real-time hour chart of today and yesterday. You can kind of see that this blue line here, I took London, I think this was London, what was this? Or afternoon, sorry, PM sessions highs and PM sessions lows, and I put those on my chart. The reason why I put those on my chart is because those are key areas of liquidity that people and things are going to draw down towards. So you can kind of see this, and I'm going to put this aside because this is real-time hours. You're going to see gaps. But two things I want to point out is that there was this gap that got filled, And then on the way down, it continued and filled out this 14,666 real-time hour low, which is this same low over here. So it really pays to pay attention to real-time hours from time to time. Make sure that you're able to see that on your calendar, or sorry, on your chart, and kind of see, hey, we were approaching buy side here, boom, we took it, and then we went straight down for that sell side liquidity, ultimately going all the way down to my buy side, or sorry, my sell side liquidity. It took buy side and it came down to the sell side. Now, what was really interesting is that almost like right when that happened, maybe 15-20 minutes after it hit that low, it ended up proceeding to, in the afternoon silver bullet, ended up proceeding to skyrocket to higher than the previous morning's high. So that was really quite interesting, the amount of fervor that occurred with. There is a fair value gap that is left on the hourly. You can kind of see it here. So I'm wondering if we return down toward that area at some point tomorrow. So let's head down to a 15-minute now. Okay, so we see a couple days worth. Same deal. We see the real-time hour lows over here. We see that stretching across all the way. Boom, hits it, boom, hits it, boom, hits it. Varying degrees of drop from that point in time, but still drops there. So I am keeping my eye on that. And we do see that our sell side also got taken. So right now it's in the middle of this range here. So it's kind of like you need to wait for it to see what direction it wants to go next. It already took out sell side liquidity. Does it have to go lower? No. Could it go lower? Absolutely. Could it go higher? Yes. So when we have these conditions and we have Fed, chances are we are going to not find a excellent prolonged trade tomorrow. We might find some scalps, but that's about it. So, yeah, I think that's really it for the market. Let's see if there's anything on the 5-minute that I might have missed. Yeah, this 2 o'clock silver bullet, you would not have had a chance to enter, especially since it was just so fast of an entry. I don't see any entries on the 1 minute. I'm looking at a different screen right now. I don't see any entries on the 1 minute. Oh, you know what? I do see one actually. Hold on. But that's towards the end of that run. I do see one on the 1 minute, so let's go down to that time frame. Okay, so this is the afternoon here. You kind of see this fair value gap here. So high, low, higher high. This breaker occurs right there, and it goes down into this fair value gap. This could have been taken for very minimal risk at that time, and we can see that it proceeds to beat out the morning's highs. So that would have been a great play, a fantastic play if I were able to catch it, but I was not able to, unfortunately. But I did catch a fairly large play on the downside to that monthly fair value or monthly imbalance. I think I played this stretch down to here. So it was about 50 handles today. So really good play. And yeah, tomorrow I think Asia's been kind of just like staying in this position. I'm gonna do the same thing I do on any day and mark out my levels before. I think that is it for today. Tomorrow, again, it's a tough day. I anticipate there being some runs, but you're going to see a lot of this chop as well, I think. So I guess we'll see. I will be up tomorrow. I do understand that we are in general uh, in the expansion lower still, and I think that could mean that we still have a little bit lower to go. Maybe dig into that monthly BISI a little bit and go to its consequent encroachment. So that's what I'm thinking will happen. But this volume imbalance on the weekly is very, very balanced. So whatever side it breaks out of, I would be looking for a retest and a continuation of that side. I don't have a bias right this moment. In general, it was lower up until that monthly level, and now I'm kind of neutral. So, so I think that's it. Yeah, I believe that is it. Okay. All right. So, again, tomorrow be careful. It's a lot of Fed speakers, so we can trade it, but it is going to be likely less. You have to look for your perfect setup, basically. So with that, I need to get some actual sleep, and so I'm going to probably log off. I've been not getting very good sleep these past few days, and you need good sleep to be able to make good decisions when you trade. Today's trades on the performance account, I think one trade was a couple like 250. The other two are on $150, $160, so nothing too crazy, but that was all using 1 or 2 micros. So we're catching pretty big moves using the micro NASDAQ contracts. Definitely possible to build accounts up this way, and it teaches you to hold for a much longer run. So yeah, it was very, very good lessons learned today, and I hopefully you be careful tomorrow. I wish there was a clean bias I could tell you, but I see stuff above and below the market, so I think that liquidity is going to run there. So, all right, that is it for me. Thank you all for watching today, and for those that just subscribed today, thank you very much. I appreciate your help, and I appreciate you tuning in. And I use inner circle trader concepts, but I hope to be able to create a simplified version of what I have learned as well. I mean, there's nothing better than getting it from the source, but I'll have honed it. By the time I release something that's simple, I'll have honed it down a little bit, and I'll see if I can help. So if there's any questions, just drop them in the channel, drop them in the comments, and I will look after them. And until next time, stay safe, and we will catch up with you in the morning. Take care.